So here's where we are today, North Head Lighthouse. And there's Disappointment. Interesting. What a great name for a lighthouse. And there's Oregon over that way. It's basically looking out that direction. There's actually land out that way. We have a visitor here. That's what's making all that racket. It's kind of a neat area. It's a place to walk. Right here next to this lighthouse, which is kind of cool. That's what it looks like there. The Eternal Beacon. And most lighthouses are obsolete just because, well, GPS is involved now. But they're always cool looking. Back up in there now. They're either going to send that basket back down to get their buddy, or they're going to leave him, one of the two. Yep. True. So now I'm wandering around in the forest, sort of. There's this welcome center here. It's Lewis and Clark. It's all about their expedition, and it's a place called Fort Clatsop, and it is not far from Astoria, Oregon. They've got nice little walking trails and stuff, so I'm going to go up and take a look at the different things to see here, and bring you along with me to come look at that thing. That's a big tree. There's a couple more around here. Yeah, they're probably 300 feet. Give you an idea, that there's probably 7 feet across from here to here. Looks like they got some settlement stuff there. Looks like the fort right there in front of us.
This is what it looked like in 1899. He's pointing to it. So that's where you were, where we are now, where he's pointing at. 1899. 1900, they bring Carlos Shane back and ask him what he remembers. Well, he remembers where the logs were, and after they built it, they called these rooms huts. He remembers where the huts were. Without ever having seen Clark's diagram, he described the floor plan very similar to what Clark had drawn. So, he's able to tell them what it was. They marked everything.
Kind of cool. I'm not big on the guided tours. I like them sometimes when I got time, but if I don't have time, I don't like messing around. We got a couple different places we want to see. It's like the little amphitheater out here. Good place for a bird of prey show. It's stunningly beautiful. It just is. Lots of huge trees. And you know you should be here too. So this place here is called the Column. Wonder why it's called the Column. It looks like a lighthouse, but it's a straight column. There's no angle to it. Well, I guess it may be a little more narrow at the top, or maybe just because it's further from me. But it's way on top of this hill. When I say way on top of this hill, I mean we're way on top of this hill. See how high we are. That's the Astoria Bridge. Going, as soon as you cross it, you're then in Washington State. We're actually in Oregon. Beautiful little town. Even got a Costco nearby. Lots of parking up here. Costs you $5 to get in this place. Check out that thing. Isn't that something? The things you find when you travel. I'm like, I'm going here. What are the things to see? And it said the Column. So glad we stopped. Brought you along with us. So now we are in front of the Columbia River Maritime Museum. Just remember when I turn my head, you can't hear me.
Astoria.
In Astoria. This is actually Astoria, Oregon. And it's actually got this thing here. Take a look at it. Ooh, it's huge, isn't it? But it's one of those buoy things hanging out in the water. This is a propeller over here. Check out this guy. Yeah, it's pretty big. Kind of neat to hang out there with that. You can see the bridge going over there to Washington right there. Cool. I like art like this. I don't know why they just don't. There are so many pieces of mechanical pieces that you can put out and lay out as art, and people just don't. You see so many of them laid up in dump sites and used sites, and then people create some obscure art like that piece there instead of just using something like this. I love stuff like this. There's actually a riverboat place right there. Riverboat there. You take that and do a river cruise. Pretty neat little place. I really like it. We're gonna walk out here a little bit and take a look at some boats, because we like doing that when we're around a marina. We like looking at boats and like looking at places that have where docks used to be, and they leave them. A lot of times they'll put up those, I guess they're clamming, put oysters and stuff like that. They put those on this. They start trying to do oyster farms. All of those. As you can see, it's a really cool place. Astoria, Oregon. I want to get us a little closer to this anchor. And they're just huge. They're just massive. I may do a lost video with this one. You know, my lost videos are where I act like I don't know what it is. 25,000 pounds. So what is that? 12 and a half tons. Nice. They're huge. It's amazing how big these things are. They're just gargantuan big things. Now we are walking to the 4th of July beach show. High tide, yeah. When people park on the beach, but they got high tide. Happens about 9 o'clock today, so they don't want people to park on the beach because of that, which makes good sense. Sunset's 9:13. Fire department's out here. There's a whole lot of people out here. Really, there is. This is actually probably a good spot to show you the cars. Yeah, that's a lot of them. So maybe we get just some more video in just a minute. Had no idea there'd be so many people here. I knew there'd be a lot of people here, but that's crazy. Lots of kites are out here, and tide's coming in. It's awesome. The tide is coming in. So some cars were parked right out there. That tide is starting to come in. We're going to sit here for a little bit. We'll probably get up moving in about an hour or less. But anyway, check out all the kites in the air. All the fireworks going off like crazy too. I hope you can see all the kites. There's a bunch of them out here. You can see the explosions of actually you can see the full moon out. That's the moon, dead center. Visitors. Really good, what an experience. Beach looks beautiful today. But look, there's people way down there. You see way off that way? That's another part of a bunch of people parked out there. It's the south end of Ocean Shores. It's about 2 miles, I guess is what it is. But there are tons of kites. I never made a connection with kites and the 4th of July. I guess it works. They sure are starting these explosions early. I'm serious, we're at least an hour from sundown. And there's this many people out here. And there's this much stuff going on out here. That's a lot of people. I've never seen this many people parked on the beach ever in my entire life. I don't go to a lot of beaches that you can park on, quite frankly, but there's a ton. This has been going on for at least a half an hour now. But the sun is still up, so this is basically all you see. People digging. Good, nice day out for it. At least it's not overcast or anything. Still a little chilly out here. It's probably about 55. What a spectacle, huh? Yeah, it's 4th of July. And it's a little cool out here. This is all going on. It's been going off about 45 minutes now. A lot of this kind of stuff going on. Everyone's bringing up their own stuff. See the moon. The big one there. Still going. All over the place. Every now and then we get one right here and it goes over top of us, the smoke does. Cool place. Hey, I know her. This place is crazy. I think the city's actually doing something that way. Check out this kite. It just keeps going off. You can still hear them going off. The sun is down now. They are going off like crazy. I'm like 50 yards from that one. Those down there at the very end, they're still shooting. Again, this is like 20 minutes later from my last video. So now I'm out back of the Quinault Casino and seeing this way off in the distance. That's looking north, well actually northwest. There's someone shooting them off right out that way. It's about 9:30 now. There's a big group right out that way, as you can see. They're shooting them off. And that's back toward the beach where we just were. Still going on. Is that not insane? The moon. Can't quite get it in its focus. There's one way out there too. Wow. I just want to show you because it lasts so long. Probably the biggest fireworks show I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've been to a bunch of them. And it's because the city isn't putting it on. I was just telling my wife this, that they're letting individuals put these on. They're not sponsored by somebody, or your tax dollars aren't paying for it. You're not at a military base or anything like that. So I think that's what makes it unique and why it lasts so long. Things you find when you RV traveling. Amazing. Well, it's still the 4th of July, and we were here in Ocean Shores around, we left the festivities about 10 o'clock, I guess, and we were looking for some place to have a drink, just a beer. Of course, I said, "You're going to be driving?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to have one beer the entire day, and I'm going to drive 12 miles. Yeah, okay." Anyway, we couldn't find anything to open. So on the way out of town, we passed by Quinault Casino. Kind of cool, huh? So we passed by a casino and got a, I put $20 in the machine and won 51. So I got me some food. No beer yet, but it may come. We'll see. Kind of like the casino, it's kind of neat. But it's just neat to go and hang out sometimes. We don't come a lot. In fact, we've been here 2 months, and this is my first time here. So anyway. Hey, they're pretty good.